I wanted to talk about sales, my experience with it. It's been like up and down so much. I guess the biggest thing I've learned is you can either decide to learn and improve, or you can get stuck in patterns and just kind of repeat the same thing every day. It can be really easy to fall into patterns. When you get in those patterns, you don't perform as well unless it's like a good one. You gotta constantly improve and change things up, decide what works for you and your personality, because everyone's different. And what I've noticed is so many different personalities and ways people go about things with our team. There's outgoing people, there's more laid back and shy, or there's confident and aggressive, or there's just kind people. Like I was talking to this girl today. Like me, I'm more laid back, sweet, and confident usually. And some of the people are just super confident, outgoing, so talkative. They do really good, they perform really well. And that's usually what you strive to do in sales. But at the same time, you don't have to be super outgoing and talkative. You can just be friendly. Like me, I'm pretty quiet, and before I started, I didn't talk a bunch. I was just kind of shy and sweet and quiet girl. I still did have a confidence that I carried with myself because I know what I'm capable of. Like I have the confidence that I can do something. And that grows so much over time, especially with sales. Like your confidence grows so much, and it's improved my people skills so much. The ability to talk and just know what to say better. I struggle with communicating and just kind of saying how I feel or explaining things. Even this, I feel like it'd be better if I had notes and I know what I'm gonna say, because I can't just come up with things on the spot all the time. I don't just naturally have everything good to say, which I still have a lot to say. Like the huddles, I would really want to share more and give presentations on different things, because I love talking and I love being out there. The energy it gives you and the nervousness, you could say. But at the same time, I'm good with like being more laid back as well. Like at the huddles, I'll be engaging with everyone, and sometimes I'll just be chill and just observe. You have to be really good at listening and observing like the customer's body language, their tone of voice, if they're more laid back or fast and aggressive, outgoing. You just gotta know to recognize those things so you can match that, or you don't overpower it. You gotta match their basically energy level or their vibration. Whatever mood they're at or how they are. Like there's super outgoing people, there's quiet people, there's confident people. So you gotta kind of read straight off on what that is and match it, but go a little bit above and be a little more exciting, outgoing, confident, just a little bit more, but not to the point. Like if someone's down here, if they're shy and insecure, then you don't want to be up here, because that's going to be like powering down, then they'll feel attacked almost. So you got to get there to their level and read off of them straight away. It usually comes naturally. Like to me, it comes naturally, and I don't even notice it sometimes, but it's cool to notice and recognize, so you can consciously make those changes as you go from door to door. The other day I was knocking and started super outgoing and energetic, and then this girl, I let her talk, and I'm like, oh, she's more like quiet and chill. So I toned myself down a little bit and then slowed down. And then there's this guy, like he's super loud and outgoing, so I'm like, oh, then you bring your confidence up to match that, because if he's up here and you're down here, then he's gonna be dominating you. So you're the one in charge. You knocked on the door, you are the one who controls where the conversation goes. You're coming to them, so you lead where it should go. But at the same time, it's super important to listen and observe what they have to say as well. Be a space where they're willing to share things, where it's not super dominating. With sales, you gotta learn the world of both sides, so you can kind of experiment and decide what works best for you and kind of change that up as situations change, because everyone's different, every area is different. So it's important to adapt. You gotta adapt to each new area and each new person and door, to the weather, to your mood, the changes in your life, what's going on. You gotta be able to adapt to that instead of just doing the same thing, falling in the same pattern, because that's where you get burnt out. Last week I took a break. I took a week off. The week before that I got so burnt out. I noticed it, and I could have kept going, could have kept grinding through. It would have been not fun for me anymore, and I could tell that I was almost to the breaking point. So I'm like, okay, I need to take a break from sales for just a week and catch up on some things. So that's what I did. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss this a little bit. I knew I would be able to come back even stronger if I had taken that break. Kind of do a little reset. So decided to take a break, and then I'm gonna come back super strong and get shit done. Go out and train with people, consciously do better. You always want to be improving. Know what works for you, so change things up and try things. Stick to something that does work for you, but also don't be afraid to change things up. One thing I want to focus on, always leave the door, try to leave it with having both parties in a good attitude. I want their day to be improved because you were there. Lighten their day somehow. Make every single situation valuable and learn from all of it. Do little debriefs in your head. What could you do better, or what changes do you need to make in order to improve on the next store? So consciously making that effort to be better on the next one, not just getting in pattern. So yeah, that's all, and I hope that helps. I'm gonna get to it now.